Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again. I just thought now that I have finally finished, well, it's not exactly finished, it's probably about another 5% to go, on this steampunk book, that I would give you a little look at it as I go. I have a feeling I have overstuffed it a bit because it's kind of fat, which is okay, not that there's anything wrong with that. But this is my closure that I decided on rather than a ribbon, and just make sure I try and keep it in screen. So it's really just a little bulldog clip with a chain and a garment pin holding it onto there. So the cover, I'll just quickly go over the cover, which if you decided to do something like this in the future, or if I decided to do another one similar to this, so heavily embossed, or not embossed, but heavily decorated, I'd probably do that last because it has become a bit hard to work in, because when it's open you don't want to crush the front, and so I've got to support it somehow with something that's not going to damage that. So there's a little lesson that I learned this time, but this is basically just a craft text paper that I treated with a like a technique to make it look and feel like leather, which is with the glycerin and water spray, crunching it up, etc, etc. It's on YouTube somewhere, you'll find someone doing it. It's quite easy, it's good fun, it makes your hands nice and smooth too. And then just a bit of stamping on it, that sort of thing, and then just sewing in a zip on the machine, on the sewing machine. And I held this side open with one of, those little bolty things of Tim Holtz, which is kind of fun. It's hard to see really right in there, but I did do some relief work as per usual inside under the fabric using Seth Apter's little, well, it's not little, it's huge, it's a big cog that I then put through the machine with some shim, I think it's called, and baked it on my open flame on my gas stove to change the colour, or to give it some tarnish, and stick that in with some other cog punch out things that I just coloured with paint. Keep it in. Little frame, a cameo, and just some paper flowers. These ones actually made, these roses, with a heart punch, and just built it up like that. The noise in the background that you can hear, other than the birds outside, is my cat. She's somewhere in here under my desk clawing at something. So there you go, and I just put the word vintage in here. It was blank for a long time. I couldn't decide what word to use. This is an old light globe. I used to work in a photographic studio with some amazing photographers, and when some of the flashes blew out, I asked them to keep me the globes, and they did. So I've got a stack of those, and I was able to use that in this, which is good. Just a coil made from wire, and a little cranky gadget that creates a nice springy type thing. So that was quite easy, and some copper tape used to keep the snails away from your plants. Anyway, so there's that. A compass up here. So yeah, lots of different things on the front. I just poked in some things in the side as well to extend the edge a bit. That one's a bit flimsy. Anyway, and here she is, my beautiful girl. Hurry along, please. Keep going, good girl. Sorry about that. She doesn't normally do that when I'm talking to myself in here. She might think I'm talking to her. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So, first signature. This here, I did a pocket. It will have some further decoration on here because it looks a bit stark against the colour or the paper that I chose. Oh, she's coming back again. No, she's changed her mind, thank goodness. Anyway, so there's a little pocket. I'll create something that'll go in there, and as I said, this will be decorated a little more so it doesn't look so stark. Again, stitching, just a fold up pocket on that side. Well, actually I didn't fold it up because it would have been upside down. I cut it off and then stuck it back on because I didn't want it to be upside down. Some journaling place on some lines, or this is like ledger lined paper. Little pocket, stitched around on graph paper, a dictionary page with a tab at the top, more writing, little tuck spot here with a postcard in it. This is a printable, can't remember who it's from, I'm so sorry. But it's a really nice little postcard with a bird on it. So this pocket has been stuck on, so you can put something behind and something inside. So that'll just sit in there. Music. And a little collage. I did go through my collages last time. This is just one of them that I made for this book to stick in. And of course it's behind the vellum sheet so you can see through it. And here's another one. I was making this one or showing this one in the last video as well, or one of the last videos, and decided that I should add something up here just to balance, because it was without that and it looked a bit, I don't know, bottom heavy. So now it's got a little bunting up here on that one. Music and little tape measure, stitched little tape measure tab up there, and just a flip out on that. And I think that's a pocket too, or is it not? I don't know. No, that's been stuck right on. Some of them I've made into pockets as well, so we'll see how we go. Another little, like a file card pocket here, that'll have something in it. Like I said, it's not completely finished because I sort of was getting to bursting stage and I thought maybe I need to stop. But anyway, so another journal page, dictionary page, all of course tea stained, and just a bit of stamping on this one of cogs. Another stamp here, more journal space, and that's the back pocket, and I've just popped in a little corset image there. And the next signature now, again another one of those cute little postcard things in green. Another pocket on the bottom of the ledger paper, stamped, I can't remember the stamp company, I've had it forever, and just some music on a tag that might get an image attached at some point. Journal space, graph paper for journaling, music on one side and just lines on the other, and a little stamp here. That was that doily image, I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, it's not too bad. Image that you can see on there was just a doily laid on top of the paper while I was drying it outside. Didn't blow away, so that's good. Next little collage on there, and she's also a printable, a freebie from one of the printables. I think it's Ephemera's Garden. I like those ones. And they're in tags, so I just cut her out of the tag and stuck her in a frame, which I think is Craft. And this is my favourite paper that I purchased and popped away and never used forever, but now it's nearly all gone. Thank goodness. Finally used it. Again, behind the vellum, because they sort of get, you know, 2 for 1 there. You see, you don't have to decorate the vellum because you can see what's behind it. And on this side, it's a little clock face. These are Tim Holtz stamps, not the clock, just the other bits here. And there's another little collage created for the book, and I think that's one of his little clips as well. Yeah. More music and journal space. Little created pocket with different bits and pieces, also from a printable, this particular one, a steampunk one. I think it's Springtime Steampunk or something like that. And this is all Craft, these bits. But that's just made from a manila folder. I keep wanting to say vanilla folder, I don't know why. Dictionary page, graph. I think that's also Kaiser, this one. It's a nice little stamp for this type of thing, of a car. That's just a folded up bit of the back of the other piece, and just a little tag from the printable, and a little lacy tab up the top. Gotta make sure I don't migrate off. Here we are, blank tag, haven't finished it yet, as I said, only 95% done. In the pocket at the back of the signature. Okay, next signature, map, with just some ribbon trim on the side. Nice little torn edge here as the pocket, which will have something in it probably, or might just leave it empty if I can't put any more in. Again here, tab. This is like I've got it in a scrap bag from somewhere, can't remember where, but it's a shirt front. It sounds a bit funny. But yeah, like, you know, buttonholes or buttons for the shirts. And I just cut that off and made it a tag. More journal area. There, this is a little, in that printable kit you get all these gorgeous little envelopes that you can create and pop in there, and that'll end up having a tag of some sort in it at some point. And this is another little flippy one that had too much glue on it by the looks of it. Damn. I'm gonna have to, oh, here we go. Not too bad. There's a little flip tag there too. Journaling area, music, mustache stamp down the bottom here, also Kaiser Craft. And over the page, handsome gentleman with Tim Holtz tie on him. And this is just like a Fiscus punch with a word on it. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I can't remember the stamp company though, sorry about that. I can look it up if you want to know. You can just write it in the messages. I'll have a look and see if I can find it. Again, behind the vellum, another little collage. This is one that was in the last video as well, or one of the last videos. Pocket down the side here of this particular music, or sheet music, was a bit long, so rather than cut it, I just folded over and made a little tuck spot there. Again, dictionary with a pocket on it, just for something different. This is like I think it's a sari silk, so that was also in a scrap bag, but I loved it because it just phrased like mad, and it's kind of cool. Stamp, little pocket watch. More journal space, another tuck spot, and that's the bag. This side got cut, the front was a bit ripped, but that's alright. So next signature. The tea stain, the tea must have been getting really like a shearer's brew, very dark. Another little corset there. Okay, stamp, umbrella. This is a beautiful organza tea bag from T2 that I just attached there, and then I ripped it into shreds so it looks a bit tatty, a bit fluffy and tatty. That's that one. More journal space. Another pocket. Also Kaiser Craft fabric, why did I say that? Paper. On a dictionary page, pardon me. Other side of that music. This is just wallpaper that I covered the back of with some Tim Holtz, because there was a bit of writing on the back. And this is a little pocket that I made out of the manila folder, and the printout on there with a little tag stuck in there, and a key to match the top. And again, behind the vellum, and another small, I think this is one of Nick's downloads, this lady that I've just cut out and covered her hat with flowers and stuck her on there with some cogs on her décolletage. More music, another pocket, or tuck spot rather. This is a pocket here on the back. Journal space, dictionary, little flippy. And this one does have a spot, like it's open at the top, so it can have a little tag or something in there, or a letter, or some secrets you can pop in there. Another little stitched bit on the top there to create a pocket. And journal area here. And I think this is, oh no, is it the last? No, it's not, second last. Gosh, this book goes forever. No wonder it's so fat. Bit of lace on the top here. Journal, tuck spot, journal space, more. I don't think I've got much in the last one yet. I've still got to add to that in a skinny way, if possible. More music, another spot here. I didn't stitch this obviously before I put it in, so it might just be stuck, or maybe I could hand stitch it, I don't know. So there's the vellum, no collage here yet, but there will be. As I said, hopefully something nice and flat. More music and more music paper. So this will need some embellishing, this last one. And there's another one of those, or second last one I should say. This is the last one. Here we go. Corset. And tuck spot. Most of the signatures I think are in the same order, like the papers are in the same order in any case. Graph. And here is just like a, you know how sometimes you get these really great shopping bags from stores and that, and they have these beautiful, I think it's Petersham or Grosgrain, something like that in there. So I just cut them up and use them as tabs. And here's another little printable stuck on a piece of card for that pocket. Oh, this one has got a collage. Here's a nice stamp. I really like this. Now this collage here, I did it on one page to use it as two. That's why there's sort of a bit separate. And just had some cogs and things on there. There's a bit of stenciling in underneath all the layers. I did take photos of the progress of it, which I'll pop on my blog, I think. So that's that one. And a pocket and some more embellishments on that. And that's another stamped thing. I think that's also Kaiser Craft. Gosh, I've got a lot of this stuff. Typewriter. Another postcard. And more journal space. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea or I'm going to cough. Sorry. Oh, that's better. And I think, oh no, there's one more pocket here. And one more on the back. Also with that on the back too, which will have something added to it. So there you go, that's the book. And as I said, I did a closure like this instead of a ribbon this time, but it is quite full. So hopefully it'll be not too bursting once I'm finally finished. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, that's my steampunk book. I hope you like it as much as I do, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you next time. Bye.